Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. So, the only thing I want to open with is the readings tend to change as we go. So, I'm trying to get as many cards out as I can before I start trying to generalize what the reading's about and jump the gun. So, bear with me, but it's happened twice now. I mean, it happens all the time, but where I'm, oh, this is this, and this seeming like this, and then you pull a card, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, so, and then it just becomes clear. So just be patient, hang in there with me, because the messages tend to change. So if you're right off the bat going, okay, I'm not even in a relationship, or this or that, or whatever, and I'm reading it like this, just, I feel like if you were drawn here, then there is a message in here for you. So just try to hang tight, and I'll try to be as clear as I can and quick as I can. I want to only get one. I want to only get one, so I'm going to go. Okay, this is for Scorpio. Just getting an overall card for Scorpio. And now they're saying you've already got your card. You actually got two cards. All right. Boundaries is our card. Beautiful card. All right, so before we get too much into this, the energy is boundaries. So you're maybe working on your boundaries, setting boundaries, needing to set boundaries. I feel like that is the reason I'm put those other two cards back. For one, I only wanted one card. Also, when this one's coming out and I see it, that fits for me for this reading. So I go with what Spirit is telling me, how I feel during the reading, all of that. So first card out, that's the heart of your reading. We have the Four of Swords. Your past energy is the Five of Wands. Juggling. All right. Current energy is we are having a new start, taking a leap of faith. All right, so the current situation, the next card is going to be the current situation. I'm going to go into these a little more in a moment, but that's what I was saying, is I want to get more cards out before I start diving in. Queen of Wands under the deck, and then we have Ten of Swords. Future, Page of Pentacles. Good stuff. And the advice card. I want the advice. All right, Hermit. We are in Virgo season, getting a lot of Hermit. Under the deck, Tower. Okay. Tower, boundaries. Look at the fire around her. These are downloads. Towers are good in a sense of they are setting us on the path where we need to be. Obviously, we have in our past some conflict some dealing with some immaturity. These are 5 wands. If this was stable and healthy and not conflict and immaturity, these 5 wands should make a pentacle. However, there is chaos, conflict, competition, fighting, all of that in your past. The heart of the reading is rest, recuperation, healing. Like we're at a pause. This is kind of like time out for my mental well-being. I need to, like what she's doing right here, that's kind of this here, like I'm setting some boundaries. I need to just, it's almost like they're hibernating or in statue mode, like I'm stoned right now, like just leave me alone. And then we are on this verge of this new beginning that, okay, I think I know what I need to do, and I'm going to have like a leap of faith. I'm going to trust. And this is where it can't get any worse. This is a 10. This is the end of this being kicked while we're down, being stabbed in the back, being talked to like we're a piece of shit, walked on like we're a doormat. The tower moment is happening, but I think you're the one bringing it on, so to speak, because you're saying, you know what? I'm finding self-love and I'm putting up boundaries. So that's basically having anybody there that can't deal with your boundaries to fall to the wayside. Your future is grabbing this new opportunity. This is the Page of Pentacles grabbing that ace, grabbing this new opportunity. And your advice for the reading is the Hermit. So doing that soul searching, finding out what your power in the situation is. And I think you're finding your power in the situation. Look at this light. Creating those boundaries. So let's clarify. If you notice, these here are actually the symbol, I think in Hebrew, and probably not, yods, is that what they're called? They are the symbol for downloads. When we're going through a tower moment, there's actually these downloads that are going on where we're growing as a person, and as we grow, we realize our self-worth and our self-love, and we put up boundaries. So this is definitely, even though there's the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Wands and this kind of pause here and needing to go within and a tower moment, this is actually a really good reading. So let's clarify. I'm going to just clarify each row and see kind of how that goes here. Okay. So 2 of Wands. That is at a crossroad where you're trying to find your path. So that's kind of currently where you are. Are you going to, stay on the same path where you have no boundaries, and there's a lot of conflict and you're not being respected in this energy? But I feel like there's this lighted path over here with the stag. You're growing, because that's the end of that. Under the deck is the Five of Wands. So clarifying that you are on a new path, taking the path away from this conflict. All right, so let's clarify the middle row here. Two cards. Hermit again. Wow. And the King of Swords. All right. King of Swords, he is an air, ruled by the element of air. So that can represent someone in your life who is an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Possibly someone of more mature because it is a king. And then we have the Hermit, talking about going within, finding our power in the situation. This could be yourself in the element of that, like having the basically embodying the King of Swords, where you are seeing things very clearly and precise, and you're being very logical. It's definitely healing. I feel like you're holding the, the sword of truth. I feel like you're finally seeing, this is going within and finding our power in the situation, what we need for ourselves. And it's almost like by doing that, it's like this is thinking clearly, like knowing exactly what you need to do. Like I feel like having this time out of, I'm gonna put up, like I'm a statue right now, I'm in stone, no one can, like I'm, clocked out, I'm hibernating, closed for business type of thing. You are ready to go, and you're able to grab, let me maybe put these up here, grab new opportunities. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles under the deck. The Nine of Pentacles, she is independent, financially, emotionally independent. She has abundance. She lives a life of luxury. She doesn't need anybody else. So that could be another thing that the Hermit is saying. Possibly you're either seeing clearly that you have to kind of go more on your own, do it yourself, sort of, the only way, like basically you have to put up boundaries and kind of do for yourself. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. And we'll go ahead and clarify the Fool and Hermit column. So the Hermit was our advice. Our advice on the situation was to go within. So this came out in reverse, Seven of Wands. Sevens aren't the greatest feeling or spot to be in. This is a very defensive energy when it comes to feeling like you have to fight everybody around. I mean, this is exhausting. So this coming out in reverse, maybe that's what you've been doing, is trying to fight for your respect, fight for, you know, equal footing, or, you know, hey, I have a right, you know, all of that, and not being treated equal. And now you're like, the only one that can give me that is me, and I need to make some boundaries. Two of Swords, facing that difficult decision that we don't want to make. So instead of trying to defend yourself and prove yourself, Spirit's saying go within. Two of Swords, Six of Swords. Sixes are a great place to be. It doesn't matter what suit it is. The fives and the sevens are kind of on either side of that six. The six is where we get the balance. So the Six of Swords is when we're moving to calmer waters. I feel like after making this decision to put up boundaries, your life will move to calmer waters. You'll find what you're looking for. Looky there, and then there's an Ace of Cups. You know, we've got that Page of Pentacles grabbing the pentacle from the Ace of Pentacles kind of thing. Like, your opportunities are going to come your way because you're living for yourself. Wow. And then the World, graduation, leveling up. I feel like that's what you're seeing here when you go within, you know, like, possibly you're surrounding yourself by people that are holding you back to keep themselves on a throne, you know. I think I'm going to clarify the Fool, because that's over here in the current energy. This is our current situation where we're, you know, can't get any lower. We're basically stabbed in the back and kicked while we're down. So our current energy is wanting something new, wanting to take that leap of faith. And look what we have, the Nine of Cups. Yeah. So we want to have this whole new life. And we know, like, something in us is like, we don't know how it's going to work, but we know that this is not, you know, it can't get any worse. We want what, basically, this could be, have a feeling of everyone around you seems to have this happiness and they're getting what they want and you're not, so to speak. And that could be because you didn't have the boundaries, you know. So you're taking that leap of faith and going for your Nine of Cups, your happily ever after. Or, well, this isn't the happily ever after. Nine of Cups is personally, you know, like your heart's desire, your wish come true, like what you would wish for, things that would bring you happiness. And then the next step after that is the happy home, the happily ever after, the Ten of Cups, where you're building it with somebody and, you know, bringing in, you know, making that family, so to speak. So yeah, I think you're wanting to take a leap of faith so you can find happiness. And if that means putting up boundaries, then so be it. Under that, we have the Nine of Swords. So 9 and 9. This can bring some anxiety when we're doing, you know, this whole new beginning and we're putting up boundaries, because then you feel like, you know, what is that going to do? Am I going to be alone? You know, yeah, sometimes it can have people fall to the wayside as far as, but if that's all it takes is you to stand up for yourself, then you're only there to help them anyways. And that's how these new things and better paths will open up for you. So this is, in the end, unnecessary worry. I'm going to clarify the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to keep going. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. I think that could literally mean anything. Oh my gosh. Two of Cups. A partnership of equal, like this was equal give and take. This is, they're both filling each other's cups equally. This is what you've been having something to where you, in something that's not equal, you're needing to put boundaries because the person is take. And your future card, you're going to have someone offer you, or this new opportunity that's going to bring in a partnership, a beautiful partnership of mutual attraction. You're both filling each other's cups equally. That's beautiful. So by setting boundaries and taking that leap of faith, the sun is going to shine on a whole new path for you to have this beautiful partnership. And your advice is to do this soul searching, set those boundaries, and quietly go within. You don't need to stand there and fight and defend yourself, and that's exhausting, and you're not getting anywhere. King of Cups under the deck. So he's mastered his emotions. He is not ruled by them. Unreal. That is beautiful. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that. What a beautiful reading. I hope you find your Two of Cups, and stay strong during this tower journey, setting your boundaries and all of that. And I will see you guys in my next one.